What's up, everybody, and welcome to Around the Monitor for the week of January 15th. I'm your host, Zach, and this is the gaming news talk show where every point you make in the discussion is a point towards winning. If this is your first time watching the show, we talk through the week's news in gaming and gamify it. Basically, anytime somebody makes a good point or a funny quip, they get a point. Whoever has the most points at the end of the show wins. Joining me once again, we've got the world's number one Psychonauts fan, David.
I'm not going to hit my mic.
We've got Subpixel's own Will making his first appearance on the show.
Mic hitting.
We've got this
fucking
no. This 7 out of 10 man, Chris.
Wow.
It's Thursday. You know what that means.
We sure do. And last but not least, the unlucky tacticianer, Jason.
Yeah, I'm so used to be calling something else.
I haven't heard that title in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
First time in a long time on the show, you know?
It's been a long time.
Yeah. If this is your first time watching the show, we stream it live on twitch.tv/KingKaiser every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. If you can't catch us live, don't worry. We upload it the very next day on our YouTube and on podcast services. But we always start the show with a trivia question to determine the order. And back in the news again this week, back from the dead, Pokemon Snap. The game
hoping you're going to say Cyberpunk.
Who would have thought? Cyberpunk. No. Pokemon Snap coming back into our lives. Some of the world is pretty happy about it. Some of us are pretty, rightfully so, meh about it. My question to you all is, the original game in 1999, how many copies did it sell?
Oh, God. I thought you were going to say how many Pokemon were in the game. I know the answer to that, by the way. It is 64.
Jason, wow. I'm not sure. Oh, is it really? That's awesome.
They joked, yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Because the GameCube. Exactly.
Slap me down for games weren't that big back then. 250,000 copies.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 333,000.
Okay.
600,000.
That's
a lot, Dave.
That's a lot, man, for a Nintendo game.
I mean.
I think the N64 sold like 30 million copies.
Just depends on what that attach rate was.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
I'm gonna say 485,000.
Ooh.
The correct answer may surprise you. It's 1.5 million.
Oh, wow, I was wrong.
Holy shit!
People bought that game.
No wonder they made a new one.
Spin-off game.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I believe the correct order is David followed by Will. I don't know Jason or Chris.
I had higher than Chris.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm lost.
David, Will, Jason, Chris. Let's talk about the topics. We've got the former workers of GameXplain claim that it was an exploitative workplace. Look out, Godslayer Bowser is coming to a Mario game near you.
Official name Godslayer Bowser. Let's go.
Surprising literally nobody, Super Nintendo World has delayed its February opening. Guys, what the fuck were you thinking? Finally, Razer is making face masks for gamers. When you want to say I'm a gamer without saying you're a gamer.
Thank you for answering my emails.
A Spanish streamer smashes Twitch's concurrent record with 2.4 million viewers at one time. Remember Twitch plays Pokemon? Well, now Twitter plays Pokemon in a profile picture, which is just an absolute wild piece of tech. As mentioned before, Pokemon Snap is getting a sequel coming out in April. We got a new trailer for that this week. Bethesda has announced that Machine Games is going to be working on an Indiana Jones game, which will also be executive produced by Todd Howard himself, the man.
Oh, my God.
CDPR created a roadmap and a quote-unquote apology video in regards to Cyberpunk. I'm sure somebody's going to want to rage about that. I bet it's going to be David. Pokemon partners with Katy Perry, I guess, for their 25th anniversary. They're going to do a music thing. It's pretty vague, but, you know, hey, sure, I guess. And last but not least, Twitch is offering a new PogChamp emote that changes every 24 hours, representing a different streamer. And that rollout has gone just horribly. And we're going to talk about that, probably. David, you are first up. What would you like to talk about for the first topic of the show?
Let's talk about Bethesda making an Indiana Jones game.
All right.
Yeah. Emphasis on the maybe positive. All
All right, so if you missed it, this week there's been a bunch of Lucasfilm Games news.
They literally they announced that they were rebranding it on I think Monday. Then Tuesday they're
Yep.
like Indiana Jones game. Wednesday Ubisoft gets a Star Wars game. I was like, holy shit!
Did they announce something today? I'd be shocked if they didn't.
I don't remember seeing
I'll have to-
anything, but
I'll
Keep
have to go
talking,
look.
I'll go.
The Indiana
But-
Jones mask, obviously.
but basically Bethesda is in partnership. Bethesda through Machine Games is in partnership with this new Lucasfilm Games entity, making an Indiana Jones game. So this is cool because I don't really like Uncharted that much, and I'm really hoping that this is an actual like Indiana Jones thing and not like a knockoff that is boring for the most part, where you just shoot people the whole fucking
Damn.
time.
I do want to
with bad
mention
shooting
really quick.
controls.
I do want to mention really quick for our. I can't remember which around the controller episode we did, but you like dunked on Uncharted. We got
did, yeah.
several comments that were like, "What the fuck? This guy doesn't like Uncharted. What the hell is wrong with him?"
And listen, I know that that's not a normal take. I accept that, but it's not a good game series. I haven't played 4, but I played 1 through 3, not good games. Now, this could be cool. Machine Games is a weird studio to handle this based on what I know about Indiana Jones.
Wait, have you not
Indiana
watched the movies?
Jones. I
Yeah.
have. It's
Okay.
been a while.
Okay,
But like
This guy
Indiana
out.
Jones, not a big shooty person. He does every once in a while, but
Mhm.
it's mostly like adventuring, whips, punchy, occasionally shooty.
I agree with that. I think
Compared
the
to what-
enemies use guns more than he does. I think.
And compared to what Machine Games is known for, which is fucking Wolfenstein, the only commonalities are there's Nazis in both, and
Hey.
you kill them.
Hey,
That's
maybe,
it.
Maybe we'll get to whip Hitler in the
Which-
face.
That would be pretty
Ooh.
dope. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of looking forward to whipping Hitler in the face. But
Right in
like,
that mustache.
Whip the mustache off his face.
what I want to talk about is not so much this game as Lucasfilm Games being existent again. We're just gonna pretend that's LucasArts. If I say LucasArts anymore, I mean Lucasfilm Games because they're the same fucking thing.
Mhm.
But basically, Disney dissolved LucasArts when they bought the Star Wars, or they bought George Lucas's whole everything he owned,
Mhm.
and they were like, "Hey, let's have other people make our games." EA, why don't you take the partnership? That's a different story. I won't go into it. That went great. So they realized that didn't go great.
Mhm.
And so they're like, hey, maybe we should put our other properties in the hands of developers who can actually do a good job with it. And as much as I don't like Todd Howard, it seems like the man has been trying to make an Indiana Jones game for a decade, if not 2. So like he's passionate about it.
Mhm.
Hopefully that means he makes a good game. I'm not going to bet my life on that, but I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping for it. And Machine Games, I give them shit for being only shooty games, but like they are fantastic at what they do.
Yeah.
Their games control super well. The stories in Wolfenstein generally pretty good. They have some fun characters, some fun writing. Not always the games for me, but like they definitely have the prowess to do an Indiana Jones game. So
Mhm.
that part makes me excited. I'm excited to see what else gets announced this year with the
Hell
Lucasfilm properties, because there are a lot of them, like a lot of like old LucasArts games that could be picked up.
Yes.
I'm
quick,
really looking forward to it.
I do want to do a quick roundtable and just everybody fire off one game that they're like pie in the sky dream of like Lucasfilm property with X Game Studio.
Oh God.
Ooh, got one. Dark
Okay.
Forces id Software.
Oh.
Wow.
Give me
That's
that
a
shit.
good one. Damn. Okay.
I would like a. I'm gonna be an asshole. I'm gonna say like a Star Wars bounty hunter game, but like intelligence systems.
Wait,
Move around the
intelligent
map, just,
systems.
Yeah. I don't
Give-
care, dude.
give Nintendo the Star Wars property.
Take it, dude.
See,
Nintendo, take it.
I-
Then
I
not let
almost-
anybody else play it.
I almost don't want to say this because I don't know if I trust them. But CD Projekt Red make a Jedi Academy game.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I don't trust them, dude.
Actually,
You'd have
screw
said
it.
that
Let-
4
just let
months ago.
Respawn
I'd
Yeah,
say
say,
4 months
sure.
ago, you might have
Yeah.
been good.
Just let Respawn do it. Just hey,
That's fair.
hey,
Yep.
take Fallen Order and just jam it in Jedi Academy. I'll be cool with that.
I want Hideo Kojima's Metal Gear Saber.
Oh, fuck, that's good. Shit.
Metal Gear Force Unleashed.
My
Hideo just makes his whole fucking own Star Wars universe where Snake is like a clone 700 years in the future in a different galaxy with
Somehow Hideo
lightsabers.
Kojima is in this. Mads Mikkelsen is both the villain and the protagonist.
You're waiting? I did.
That's really good, Willie.
General Snoke.
Dave, just for completion, because I was googling it. They did a press release yesterday. You're basically talking about all the stuff they announced, and they only mentioned those two announcements. Plus, hey, we're not dumping EA in the garbage. So nothing else to be announced.
Nothing, yeah.
I guess for now.
I
would
thought
love to see-
I thought they were dropping a thing a day. So I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
I think it was, and I think it ended yesterday. So it was two things.
I would love to see Arcane or Firaxis get something from that because God, I love all their games.
Yeah.
I think Arcane's games take too long for Disney to be pleased.
That's you know what? A good
Disney
point.
should take its fucking time instead of releasing everything one a
Well,
year.
I
mean,
Hey, Jason, we got all this fucking money.
to
Yeah.
be fair,
I was gonna say, I
EA
think
had the
with-
property for 10 years and they released 3 games. So
That's true, and there was that point we talked about on the show where some jackass from Disney was like, "We're quite pleased with what he's on with the property," which I'm sure was corporate lying. But like,
yes,
As evidenced by the other news story that maybe someone will talk about.
yeah. Anyways, Will, you're up next. What would you like to talk about for the second topic of the show?
Oh boy. Well, someone stole the only thing I knew about. So let's I'm gonna steal this, but someone's probably gonna upset. But I want to talk about the CD Projekt Red apology
Oh,
video.
thank God.
Yeah, yeah.
God.
Well,
Okay,
you
good.
took the other one I
God.
wanted to talk
There we
about.
go.
We
Thank
traded.
God.
Stab him in the back. Tell
Dear-
us about that CDPR PR.
Oh, God. First of all, terrible game. Second of all, boy, when you oh God. Why did they say okay? I think people might agree with me that CDPR's Twitter presence has been pretty good for a long time.
Yeah.
Their like GOG stuff's pretty good. Their Cyberpunk stuff's pretty good. Especially when that one guy was like, "Will we be able to get all the sex moves and everything?" And they just posted like the "You okay, dude" gif to that guy. It's like disturbing. Anyway, so
They got
The-
memes on Twitter, yeah.
they got memes on Twitter. Let me get the studio head's name before
I think it's Marcel.
Marcel Bart.
Marcin Iwinski, I think is how he pronounced it.
There we go. Yeah.
I just briefly heard it, so I'm definitely 100% right.
Ah,
Anyways,
whatever.
he made a video. He talking about the Cyberpunk delay and talking about what am I talking about? Release,
Mhm.
which was awful,
Mhm.
and basically came down to at least what people are taking away is like sort of saying that they didn't get some of the glitches that people got on the console versions,
Uh-huh.
and that kind of not blaming it on gamers, but also kind of blaming it on gamers.
Yeah.
Like,
Gamers,
oh,
how
we
dare
didn't
you
know.
find bugs in our game?
Yeah, and also stop addressing everyone as gamers. It's just weird.
Yeah, Zach.
Hello,
Yeah,
gamers.
Zach.
It's weird when a company does it, and it's weird. It feels like a bad translation, even though it isn't.
yeah, that's a really good point.
Which my favorite part of this video is at the end they say this video is written in English and shown in English, so anything in the subtitles has to be from like anything you take away from it has to be an English quote,
Mm.
not a different language quote,
Mm.
which is a weird thing to put at the end of your video. Like I wonder if there's
Yeah.
a translation in there that means something else in like a different language. But regardless, boy, this is what you put out a month after your game came out in that state, and you've been kind of silent about it, and you're just like staring at us in a dark room. And I get it's COVID times, but boy, dude. Also, they put up a roadmap. So here's some good news. They did put up a roadmap.
Uh-huh.
Bad news. Roadmap terrible. It says release at the beginning, which is when the game came out. Then there's 3 little hot fixes that they highlighted in green like they were important. And then it goes to 2021. And then it says patch 1.1, 1.2, and then just a big old block going all the way to 2022 saying multiple updates and improvements.
Mhm.
Which, okay. I'm gonna put a big block on my timeline that says "Make millions of dollars." Can't wait for it to happen. Can't make a bad game better. Are they gonna add all the stupid game mechanics that they pulled out to make this game release? It also does say free DLCs, free next gen console update. A lot of people are comparing this to The Witcher 3. I don't think they compare in the slightest. The Witcher 3 was not a total dumpster fire when it came out. And yes, they improved it in good ways, but they kind of did that of their own volition, not because people were extremely angry at them.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what I remember from Witcher 3 coming out. So that's about it. It was, boy, it's just a 5-minute video of a man talking to a camera
And somehow
and
it's
slamming
so
everyone else.
Yeah, it's really awkward.
And it made everything worse.
Usually apology videos made like that are really
I really
good.
appreciate how half of this roadmap is shit that already happened and was bad. Usually, you don't see here's what's coming roadmaps where half of them are shit that's already happened and half of them are shit that we can't stick labels on because we don't know yet.
Yeah, and it's too. It's like, listen, you guys delayed this game almost a year. Do I believe in any sense of reality that you will get this done, these updates done by this year?
Yeah, and I already saw the knock-on effect of, like, they I don't think it's in your news. The Hogwarts game got delayed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I already saw like top comments on that. Like, why would you were people saying, "Oh, I'm glad you're delaying it. We don't want another
Mhm.
Cyberpunk," and other people being like, "Yeah, you better delay it because you know it's going to be like Cyberpunk." I'm like, the hostility here. is
How
really out.
dare a game have a release date?
Jesus.
It's like,
I mean, I'm glad they announced it in January instead of being like, wait until
Yeah.
September and being like, hey guys, you're not getting a Harry Potter game this year. Sorry.
One good thing to come out of that is that no one can ever pull the CD Projekt Red a month before delaying ever again because they're gonna get it.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I think game
Sales
developers
will
have the fear of God in them about
I-
fucking up a release this bad.
I just can't. It blows my mind.
It's
I
wild.
just so if I'd have turned in that fucking roadmap to my boss, I got laughed out of the room.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, here's 2 things in the rest of the year, 1 block.
Also,
And
I,
since-
Mom
And
taped it on the
someone
fridge.
was like, slap it on the yellow background and get it out there. Like, yellow background? Isn't it too soon? Get it out there.
I cannot wait until the day where I never have to see that goddamn shade of yellow ever again.
It's a bad shade of yellow,
It's
too.
You know.
garish.
For years, anyone with bad news is putting their shit on a yellow background.
Yeah, that's true.
Dear gamers.
Always funny now.
Jason, save us from the CDPR nightmare. What would you like to talk about?
Well, I know about 4 things in this world: calzones, chocolate milk, Fire Emblem, and Pokemon. So I'm gonna pick one of the Pokemon categories.
Okay.
I'm going with the
I love
Twitter
that-
one.
I love that Jason, who, as far as anyone I know, knows the most about Pokemon, listed that last and calzones first.
This man
Dude,
loves
I eat a lot of
calzones.
calzones. Let me tell you, I know the best people for this. Anyway,
I know the best people for calzones.
anyway,
Yes, tell
we're
us
gonna talk about
Pokemon.
Pokemon,
Okay.
and that's the Twitter one because that
Please.
one's more memey. And plus, if you miss this news and you miss me talking, you're not missing much. Let me just tell you.
Okay.
Perfect.
Way to hype yourself up there.
I got this. Don't worry. All right. So the guy who runs this account, Twitch is just like Twitch played Pokemon. And now Twitter's playing Pokemon, which can only go well. Constantine Lytart, unfortunate name, is from Canada, and he made this account from Montreal. Congrats, man. Your country's a little bit better off than ours right now. Anyway, you're playing this Twitter. Twitter plays by like typing in a message and then it reads it and then it responds. Yada yada yada. Kind of like how Twitch did it back in the day. Now I want to analyze this photo real quick here. So in this picture, in the article at least, so we're gonna do it right now and we'll at least probably updated. The Twitter is proving me they're doing great, man. They're doing great. They have a Spearow, which at level 1 and Pokemon Red has Growl and Peck guaranteed. And it's versing an Oddish who only has Absorb. So there's no way he can lose. Because Oddish is slow as shit. Can't crit because it's slow. And speed mechanics are broken in Gen 1. So Spearow should be kicking this thing's ass. And yet Twitter. Twitter. I mean, the one guy who's probably fucking us up got his Twitter banned, first of all. Or he would have cheated anyway. And he lost. So that's probably why. They want you to lose, so they had to ban him so he didn't do this. Anyway, I don't know how Twitter's still managing to fail, and God, God, you guys got to do better than this. I expect big things. They'll beat it like Twitch plays Pokemon. I think Twitch and Twitter are in like if we have like levels of humanity, they're a little bit below the threshold of like humans. They're a little subhuman. So if you guys are on Twitter, Twitch right now, I'm sorry. I'm
If
not
you were
ready
watching
for
the
you.
show
like we
live,
are.
You guys are the good people of Twitch. I swear, the good, honest folk of Twitch right now.
you heard it here
There's-
first, folks. If you're watching the show live, you are subhuman, according to Jason.
But
But you're a
I'm just saying,
good subhuman.
You guys, if you're losing with Spearow to an Oddish and Pokemon Red, you have disappointed me in many ways. And honestly,
May
That's-
God have mercy on your soul.
may God have mercy on your soul. But thank you for Constantine. Thanks for making this, man. Now we can see how the rest of the world.
Were any
plays.
of you big into the Twitch plays Pokemon craze?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I got decently into it. The fan
I
art really
watched a lot of it.
really put it
I watched a
over.
lot of it too. I've been refreshing this during the stream, hoping someone would take this topic. They've progressed 1 brick to the right in the time we've been playing. We've been doing this podcast. Oh nope, sorry, they moved back that 1 brick. So let's go.
Son of a bitch. Chris, what would you like to talk about for your first topic of the show?
Topics. So unfortunately, if you're some kind of idiot like Chris, you make a promise to talk about any Super Nintendo World news.
I am so mad that you remembered that because if you didn't talk about it, I was going to take away a point from you at the end of the show for
No.
not talking about it.
Look, I'm a fool, but I'm a man of my convictions, and I promised I would talk about Super Nintendo World anytime it came up on the show last week. And so, boy, 2021, I'm too. Let's see if I get all 52, baby. Let's go. Gotta catch them all like this Pokemon. All right. So, hey, y'all, I don't know if you're aware, but there's a global pandemic going on. And what many industries will be harmed by this. Movies are a big one, but another one, shockingly, is theme parks, where you go where other people are and you touch things as a community. That's kind of the whole thing. And you sit in the same place as other people, and there's a potential of vomiting, and it's encouraged to be like a good fun time with everybody running around and not wearing masks and having a great time. So if you're in the business of theme parks, like theme park companies are, and you had made some, let's just say, major deal with Nintendo to turn their famous video game franchises into a theme park, and that was supposed to be opening like now, you'd be in what you might call a pretty shitty situation, like Super Nintendo World is, at least the one in Japan. And
Fun fact, this was supposed to open last summer at the time of the normal Japan Olympics.
Oh, I didn't realize it was supposed to be like bundled with it. That's a cool thing. I mean, obviously it's a huge spike in tourism, the Olympics, so makes sense. But yeah, Universal Studios Japan, who has the rights to this turkey, had to be like, hey, yeah, we're not doing that. And basically, Japan is in a state of national emergency, as you'd be surprised a lot of people are because of the COVID. And I don't believe anything public can be opened until January 4th.
Wait.
Oh, sorry, that was the original release date. No, January 8th, I believe. Sorry, February. Jeez,
I was just
February
like,
4th.
that's happened.
I think February 8th is the state of emergency day when that ends. But they basically said, hey, we're moving our opening date. It will not be when the state of emergency ends. Maybe it will. Don't worry about it. Which is a great time for if you're, say, the CD Projekt Red of theme parks to be like, let's take some time and get this thing really nailed down so nobody gives us any shit. Also, we don't have to deal with cost of operations of opening a theme park right after a state of emergency ends. Because, man, the first thing that happens after I'm locked in my apartment for 2 months is I'm really sprinting to get out to Disneyland. I gotta head down to Six Flags, man. That guy in the bus from the commercials, he's gonna dance. It's gonna be great.
What is that, Vengabus? Is that what that song is called?
Tanga eggs? No, I think it's something different. But basically, hey, yeah, no shit is this topic, and I had to squeeze 90 seconds of dialogue. I made a promise last week talking about Nintendo World, and I did it.
You almost made 3 minutes on that, so congratulations. David, we're starting over again. What would you like to talk about for the first topic of round 2?
Dude, I want to talk about the cool ass thing that's fucking Godslayer Bowser.
And Super Saiyan Mario.
No, I mean it's Super Saiyan Giant Furry Suit Mario, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
Even better. But yeah, so Nintendo put a trailer out for, I forget what the base game's called, like Super Mario 3D World. Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. It's coming to the Switch, and they had briefly teased this like Bowser's Fury thing coming with it, but no one knew if it was like an expansion or what. It's like a standalone like game inside the game, which is fucking cool. Where Bowser has lost his shit for some reason that I didn't read. I just saw how fucking cool he was, and that was all I needed. He's giant. He is giant kaiju Bowser. This was teased 20-something years ago in Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, where Kamek turned Bowser into a giant kaiju and you threw eggs at him. So they're finally fulfilling that promise. Good on you, Nintendo. Took you my entire lifetime, basically, but you did it. This is awesome. Bowser looks fucking cool. You can pick up a giant furry suit as Mario that is also Super Saiyan, which is fantastic on so many levels. This thing looks great. It looks like a weird combination of Mario 3D World, Mario Odyssey. Like
Yeah.
Bowser Jr. is your buddy, like floating around on the little Bowser floaty flower majig that I don't know what it's called. And just like painting stuff with the paintbrush from Sunshine. Shitty game, but cool mechanic, I guess. He'll just like paint some items, be like, here you go, Mario. And I'm like, okay, cool. And like stomp on people. This all looks cool. I wasn't excited for Super Mario 3D World, even though I'd never played it. But then I saw fucking Godslayer Bowser, and I'm buying that day one now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm honestly in the same boat. I this didn't look like a thing I was going to jump into. I played a little bit of 3D World on like a friend's console, friend's Wii U, because nobody owned that game or that console except for me and half of the people on the show. But it just it didn't blow up my skirt. But this looks pretty cool. So
Jesus looks so
Who
dope.
says that?
that's a phrase.
Is it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like an old man phrase. That's
I'm an old man.
Yeah, like most things Zach says.
I turned 30 literally a month from today. So
Hey, shut up.
Will, what would you like to talk about for your second topic?
Oh boy. I would like to talk about EA's exclusivity deal with Star Wars. That was a pun, in case you missed it.
No, I was there. I was there for it.
Yeah, it worked. Wait, did we talk about this in the first round?
I
No.
mentioned Star Wars when I was talking
He
about
talked about
Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Oh, duh. Yeah. Okay. Shit.
2 Star Wars topics.
I was
or 2.
paying attention.
Lucas
to the
stopped.
show.
I wasn't because we went so off topic on that. But yeah, please tell us about Star Wars and EA.
Boy, EA, the most loved company besides Comcast, is back.
Oh, yeah, I
Not
forgot
anymore. They're pushed to the side. Disney said, "Hey, we're mad at you," and they pushed them away. And they said, "Your games are great," but behind their back, they said, "Die." They've had the license since 2013, and they have made bad games. They remade a version of one of the best games ever made, Battlefront, and they made it bad. And then they had a shot at it. They had a shot at a second one, and then they named it exactly the same as the sequel that was even better than the original.
Mhm.
And then they made that crappy again by just chalking it full of microtransactions.
Mm-hmm.
And then they fixed it, and I heard it's pretty good, but nobody cares. And then they also made what I like to call another bad game, Jedi Fallen Order, which is Uncharted but
Oh.
terrible, and you're a Jedi.
Ooh,
And actually, it's not that bad.
Fallen Order is
Okay.
better than Uncharted.
Not 4.
Maybe
Uh,
not 4. I didn't play that one yet.
4 is very good. It's too long, but it's good.
Yes, I agree with that.
I've only played a little bit of Fallen Order, but I got to a point where like my character was like magnetizing, and that just pissed me off. Or not, like his animations were like jumping to like things, and it was stupid.
Oh yeah, it does that a
Anyways.
lot.
They also made those are the only 3 games they made.
Yes.
They made some crappy mobile games.
They made mobile games, yeah.
Yeah. So they supposedly, from the research I did for something else, supposedly had a 10-year contract. I don't think it was ever confirmed, so people aren't sure if EA just spouted 10 years or there was a tentative agreement,
Mm.
but it was an exclusivity deal at some point.
Mhm.
But now, since LucasArts has now rebranded, or actually not LucasArts, Lucasfilm Games has made a new umbrella in which to stuff all of their delicious money into. They are having Ubisoft make what's supposedly going to be an open world game,
Mhm.
and they are having Machine Games make this is separate, but Machine Games make a Indiana Jones game, as we have touched on, and then also there's another one, right?
I
Or
don't.
not? No, I think
It
that's
was
None
yeah, it
that
was
we
just those.
officially know, but
Yeah.
it. Isn't there? Oh, Squadrons already came out. Squadrons was the other. Squadrons was okay. I returned it because it was okay. It was beautiful though. Man, that game.
Yeah, gorgeous game. Holy crap.
So yes, they people are wondering if Disney is just backing off and they're trying to take the Marvel approach where it's just like put everyone's fingers in the pies and make a good Star Wars game. I'd like to think it worked before when people just made Star Wars games. Like you got KOTOR, you got Rogue Squadron, you got all sorts of good. You got some bad games like Force Unleashed 2, but you also got good games like Force Unleashed 1.
Too short though. Still,
And Star Wars Obi-Wan that everyone seems to forget about, but it's the best game ever.
game kicks ass.
And
And Bounty Hunter, another good game.
Bounty Hunter. I've never played Bounty Hunter.
Pod
Great game.
Racer. Pod Racer.
Pod Racer, also
And
very
64
good
Pod
game.
Racers.
I don't. It's so fast. Anyways, it'll be interesting now that EA is formally pushed to the side to see what kind of remnants come up.
Yeah.
Either from them or from former people saying like what they were working on and stuff like that. Now
Mhm.
that the field's kind of open, and Kathleen Kennedy did say. Was it Kathleen Kennedy? It might be the guy who's in charge of Lucasfilm Games now. Was like, hey, we got people pitching us all the time, and it sounds annoying, but we're totally open to like people pitching us. So there's probably some dream makers out there.
I would love to see some indie studios get a crack at a.
Oh, that's not happening.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I could see it.
If they were like, hey, let's make that UFO 151 that was going to come out, which Derek Yu's working on. If they were like, hey, let's get 100 indie developers to make Star Wars themed games, and we'll throw it in a $19.99 package, and you can play all these games.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
I was gonna say, I
mean-
could see them doing something in the vein of the old Super Nintendo Star Wars games.
I
where
mean,
they were
Kingdom
like
Hearts
side-scrollers.
happened. Kingdom Hearts happened because two guys peed next to each other. So, like, really, what's stopping anything from happening in video
I feel like
games?
to so many people too.
I
It's
would,
true.
Just waiting to happen.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I think Devolver Digital put out a tweet when this happened. They were like,
Oh yeah,
"Please
I
let
wanna
us
do
make a Star Wars."
No, it was. We want to do a Star War.
Which, hey, you know,
I would like them to get the license and then they just make a game about Reagan's Star Wars.
that would be
Finally.
incredible.
Finally, no one can stop us. We have the rights.
That would be so fucking funny. Jason, second topic for you. What would you like to talk about?
I'm gonna obviously double down. Okay, so
Go
this is
for
gonna
the other
be better.
Pokemon topic?
Yeah, but everyone's like, "Oh, you got to talk about this sick game that we've like been waiting years for." No, I won't talk about it. I won't because that's how uninteresting this game is to me.
Oh,
I
no,
I know what you're
love the
talking
first one. I
about.
played it to death. I've speed run it, all kinds of shit. I promise you. I've played it inside and out. I'm not looking forward to too much to this game, unfortunately. So I got to pick the other one, which is Katy Perry. Hey, hey. All right. I hope you guys are ready for this one. I don't know if you're gonna be.
I was just saying, I don't. I know you like music a lot. I don't know if you like Katy Perry
We'll see.
in the slightest.
So most of you like I think it was like around like last Friday night. I don't remember when. I couldn't remember.
Nice
Good,
Katy Perry
good reference. Good
Yeah,
reference.
But I
He
couldn't
meant that?
remember
He meant
when
that?
I realized it was Pokemon. Like it was the 25th anniversary coming up, and then I was like, "Oh shit! It actually is coming up." And I saw this news of Katy Perry being like announced for like one of the potential music artists that they got in there, and you're like, "Okay, Katy Perry. It's kind of a dark horse candidate right there. We're never expecting that
Hey.
one."
He knows what he's doing.
So it's like, why would they pick her? I was like, well, Japan kind of wants maybe a California girl, like, and it makes sense she was born in California.
God damn it.
Yeah, I get it. And apparently, it gets even deeper that she had teenage dreams of playing Pokemon all the time. She said she grew up with it. Her favorite Pokemon is Pikachu. Oh wow, shocker on that one. So I was hot and cold because I'm like iffy on Katy Perry, but I'm like, she seems to know what she's kind of doing. Maybe it's going to be a firework kind of move right there. And Nintendo didn't want to make sure that she was not one of the ones that got away. So they had to lock her down for this. They had to get her in for this. So Nintendo signed her up, showed that, hey, we're gonna try to get hip music artists. She just released an album this year. Smile, apparently, is what it is. So I'm all for it. Get other music artists involved. Pokemon music's always been fantastic, but if you get some, pop artists in there, throw them in there. We'll see what they do. It might like actually make more people wide awake to the series than it used to be. So to cap it all off, like it's gonna be a nice music meal. Bon appetit, baby.
Oh
So.
my god.
I was really hoping you were gonna just end with "I kissed a girl." Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Get that Wikipedia page.
Damn it.
And you just closed. Oh, no, there it is.
Just crushed it.
This is epic right now.
Crushed it.
Oh, that was amazing.
Chris, good fucking luck following that epic
Oh god, and
comeback there.
you know what? I was thinking during that maybe I should do a more serious topic, try and follow up that memery with some because I can't come up with the jokes, but fuck it. Hey, remember when I talked about the global pandemic in the first time? What if it was for gamers, motherfucker?
This time it's a pandemic for gamers.
So because as gamers we need everything. We need fuel, we need chairs that are uncomfortable, we need various periphery that are useless, we need dumb yellow orange glasses that are supposed to make you better at the Counter-Strike but simply don't. And most importantly, if we as gamers famous for going outside are supposed to survive this pandemic, we need face masks.
Mhm.
But I hear you saying, how am I supposed to, as a gamer, let other gamers out there know I'm one of them and I'm also better than you? Because every piece of merchandise you bought as a video game fan is to tell other gamers you're better than them. And I know that to be true.
That's true.
Should I buy perhaps cloth face masks with Nintendo logos like the Mario M or the Triforce or something like that? Should I get something custom made, something cool and very unique to gamers that I can use in the pandemic times? Nah, fuck that shit. Razer LEDs, baby! Because Razer was like, hang on, King, we got you, no worries. Here is a face mask that's ready, it's N95 ready. You can just slot a bad boy in, you're good to go. And it's also got gamer LEDs because man, nothing looks better than a bright LED on your face as you're walking around. Here's okay, look, this is dumb and awful, and I'm sure some people will buy it. And you know what? Honestly, I think this will be a good thing for cosplay going forward. I feel like people can find good use for these. That's all well and good. I do want to just talk about the grim, dark future in which you come home from your day at work in the global pandemic, and you're like, oh, let me sit down with my wife and kids and have a nice dinner and talk about my day and all that stuff. But first, before I do anything, the most important thing, let me plug in my gamer mask. So it's charged for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I also love in this article is the concept for like the Razer Game Station chair of the future, which is just a chair that you like slot into, and then it has like a keyboard which locks you into the chair. There appears to be no way to get up once you get the keyboard in, which is very funny. And then a full wraparound screen, so you can be ready to fight future crime in your gamer station.
Yeah.
Razer must be stopped.
Razer makes some pretty wild stuff, but that is going to do it for this week's show, which does mean David, Jason, and Chris, it's time to go home and become a family man.
No!
Because this week's winner is Will.
Shit.
First time on the show, bringing home the chicken dinner. I'm going to take that back. First time on the show, bringing home the win.
Good thing Garbador Jones sniffs chickens for a living, is what he said.
Yeah, really quick. I do want to draw attention to that. Somebody in the chat named Gabador Jones just came in out of nowhere and said, I sniff chinkins for a living.
Chinkins. Oh, those chickens with big chins? Oh.
It's the Crimson Chin, but it's chicken.
From Cincinnati.
Very good.
Will, are you ready for your minute to win it? Which, in case you don't know, essentially means you get a minute to talk about whatever you would like.
Whatever I would like?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Talk about calzones. You won't.
Calzones are bad sometimes. When do I start? When does my minute start?
Well, whenever you start talking.
Oh.
Start talking.
Okay, I'm going to talk about. You said whenever I start talking. Anyways, calzones aren't that great unless they're full of buffalo chicken and mozzarella cheese, not ricotta cheese, because ricotta cheese sucks butt. I hate it. It's disgusting. I don't even want to talk about calzones, but I panicked. I panicked because I didn't know what I was going to talk about because I didn't know what winning entailed because I haven't seen this show before. I've only ever talked to Chris at work sometimes when he annoys me. This also sucks when no one else can talk. I, I just want to say that I love the Lord and Savior Solid Snake.
Pivot. Okay,
Just-
Some
Just here
people would
for
take this
us.
time to talk about their YouTube channel or
I
their
was gonna say,
podcasts,
just
but
fucking plug your shit,
but
you idiot.
I appreciate that you took the time to dunk on ricotta cheese and
And
calzones.
me.
We got him.
Oh,
Oh god, the
I
guy you
blacked
have
out.
to
Did I
walk
win?
aboard.
Really quick, Will, would you like to talk about Subpixel and what
Oh,
you do?
gosh. Yeah, I don't know. I hate plugging my own stuff. I'm from a YouTube channel called Subpixel. If you go to subpixelfilms.com, it'll bring you straight to our YouTube channel because that's how the internet works. We also stream on Twitch 3 times a week. And we also make videos that come out on Mondays. I made a funny RimWorld Ken Burns documentary if you want to check it
It's
out.
very good.
Heck yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Other things going on with the channel. I just put up a video on Yacht Club Games and their development history of Shovel Knight. It is almost 30 minutes long. I worked very hard on that video. Please go check it out. It is, I think, very well produced and good. Chris, would you like to talk about anything that you do?
I'm going to replug Will's podcast. Check out Local Chat. I was on episode 1, the inaugural episode of them. Yeah, you didn't get the name, so I double back for you, but
Very
ignore.
nervous.
Jason, would you like to plug your Twitch channel?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing a bunch of this game called Fire Emblem.
Hey, you want to give us the URL there, bud?
Yeah, twitch.tv at the Green 8 Ball.
That is going to do it for this week's episode of Around the Monitor. Thank you once again for tuning in. And until next time, have a wonderful day.